Hey, what's going on? In this video, we're reviewing the Midwest Industries folding buffer tube adapter. Coming up. So I couldn't find very many videos when I bought this on the folding adapter from Midwest Industries. But first things first, we are unloaded. So I decided to do this video to help some of you out there that might be interested in getting something like this. Now it's only going to work for the rifles that have a self-contained buffer system. If it requires the buffer tube like a standard AR-15, it is not going to work for those. So you're going to need something like the Foxtrot Mike 15 upper or a Brownell's, what is it, I'm not sure exactly what it's called, the Brownell's 180 upper that's self-contained. And there's going to be others that you can use it on. Basically all you need is the Picatinny rail back here and you'll be able to use this on whatever platform you choose. So let's go ahead and get closer and we'll check this out. All right, as you can see here, I have the Magpul SLK stock on. You can use anything that accepts a mil-spec buffer tube. I went with the SLK, and this is the reason why I chose to go with the SLK, because when you fold it with the SLK, it goes flush against the receiver. Other stocks might push out a little bit. I did try this with a B5, and it wouldn't go flush because it has the battery tube compartments on the side, so it kind of pushed it out. The SLK is a stock that I go with on a lot of my rifles. I like the size of it, I like the weight and how compact it is. This is not something that I use on a regular basis. This is the Foxtrot Mike upper. I've never even shot this, and yes, it is an SBR. If you want to know more about this build, leave a comment below and we can always do a video on what entails the rest of the build. So I did have a SIG stock on here for a little bit, but when I built my 300 Blackout and used the MCX upper, I moved it over to that because I'd rather have it on that. That's something that I am going to use on a regular basis. This isn't something that I'm going to be using very often. And so I needed something to use on here. Now my MCX upper did come with a folding adapter, but when I put it on here, it just didn't seem to work quite right. And we'll swap these out so that you can see why it didn't work quite the same. Now before I go mount the other one on there, I kind of wanted to hold them side by side so that you can see the differences. The one in my left hand is the one from SIG, and this one is from Midwest Industries. So the hinge is just a little bit different in size, and comparing those overall. Now this one's the one from Midwest Industries. You can see that overall it's a little bit shorter than the setup from SIG. The one from SIG requires your own buffer tube. All it is this little piece down here, and then you put a buffer tube into it. The one from Midwest Industries is all one package. And hopefully you can see the angle of the hinges there. The SIG one is a little bit taller, but the Midwest sticks out to the side just a little bit farther. Now that, you might think that that'd be a bad thing for it to stick out a little bit farther. However, it allows the stock to fold flush against the side of the receiver. All right, so we got the one from SIG installed on here, and if I fold that to the side, hopefully I can do that. All right, if I fold that to the side, it doesn't quite go flat against the receiver. See how it kind of sticks out just a little bit? And I think that's because the hinge is just tucked in just a little bit more, so it doesn't allow it to go completely flat. That may or may not bother you, kind of bothers me. And then to unfold it, we lift up and we bring it back out. But that's the one from SIG. So overall, it's going to be a longer length of pull, and that's just because of the nature of the buffer tube. screwing into this mechanism back here. You could shorten the overall length by taking a hacksaw or something like that and cutting the aluminum buffer tube and cutting that shorter, allowing it to thread in farther. So you could probably reduce this whole overall length of pole by another 1/2 inch if you really wanted to. All right, the next thing I wanted to point out that I actually really like, since you have this buffer tube back here, you don't need it for the buffer, now you could use this for storage. And Midwest Industries gives you this little screw-on cap back here. It does have an O-ring, so it would be water resistant. I prefer to use the word resistant rather than waterproof because you never know. But anyway, so now you could use this as storage. It might sound stupid because, I mean, who's gonna wanna put stuff in here to have to take the stock off? However, on my SBRs, I like to keep a copy of the tax stamp with the gun, which means like in the grip or something like that. So with this one, having the tube here, I could keep a copy of the tax stamp inside the buffer tube here, since I'm not using it for the buffer. And you could use it for other things. You could use it for cleaning parts, for spare parts like firing pins and stuff like that, or whatever else you want to. Especially since this Foxtrot mic upper takes proprietary parts, and I don't remember which one it is, but there's a particular piece in there that says to replace it like every 1,000 rounds, which definitely not a fan of, but I can get into that in a later video. This is about the adapter. So I really like that it's got a plug back here so you can put stuff in. And because of YouTube, I can't show you putting the stock back on. That might be considered modifying a firearm. All right, to fold this, you see there's like a little gap here at the bottom, so we want to lift up and then it will fold. This one is tight. It's pretty challenging to get it folded, but that's also, I haven't used it a ton, so I'm sure with use it would become easier, and actually that time it came up pretty easy. So I put my finger on the bottom here and then pushed up. Oh yeah, that went over real easy. So maybe I just need to do it like that. Maybe I was just doing it wrong the whole time. And it goes over, and it does hold into place fairly well. It doesn't feel like you have to lift up on it. The SIG, you have to lift up in order to unfold it, but this is just retained with pressure, whereas the SIG, it seemed to actually lock. So this one pulls out really easily and just flops right back out. I want to try that again because that seemed to be easier doing it that time. It's a little tighter, but I got it that time. And to unfold it, we just push it back out and it locks into place. So when I bought this at Optics Planet. However, Tombstone Tactical would be a far better option. I think at the time I couldn't find it at Tombstone, but I did just find it for you guys. I cannot put any links in the description. It looks like there's a special offer available, but I want to show you the price at Optics Planet. It says special offer available. I don't know what that is, but it says $130. The special offer requires you contacting somebody. I can't imagine that it's discounted as much as it is over at Tombstone Tactical. And here's why I shop at Tombstone Tactical so often. Check out that price at Tombstone Tactical. If you're bad at math, that is nearly half the price. So if you're wanting to get this buffer adapter, the folding stock adapter, I definitely suggest going over to Tombstone Tactical. They have some of the best prices that I can find without discount codes. Optics Planet, I usually don't even order from them unless I have some sort of a discount code. So that's the way some companies operate. They make it seem like you're getting a deal because you're using a discount code and stuff like that. I just go to Tombstone Tactical and save money without a discount code. They are my local gun store. They are not a sponsor of the channel. They don't provide any of this stuff for free. I have to pay full price for everything there. I just like to recommend them because they are an excellent store and they have excellent prices. They are local to the Phoenix area, and they have another location in northeastern Arizona, but they do ship. They also have another folding stock from Midwest Industries. They have the one that has all the pieces on it, but they also have like the skeletonized one that doesn't have the buffer tube, but would still accept a standard stock. They have that one as well. Again, I can't put any links in YouTube videos. I will put links. If you're watching this on Rumble, you can find those in the description on Rumble, but they won't be in the description for YouTube. I do like this folding stock adapter. It's good, and hopefully this helps if you are trying to find some more information on it. So I guess, of course, if you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. And that's it for this video. We'll catch you on the next project. See ya.